when you're having like a lean that's that significant, like when you're on the Freaks commentator couches and you're like all the way back, it's very hard to get up, let alone with bad legs. Oh yeah, Salamence is so mad right now. He's did he lose?
Yeah,
He was okay. So when I last looked, he was at 60 and his opponent was at like 120, and I guess he lost. He probably got like edge guarded,
but failed to make the commentator swap before the game started. Got Grayson's DK versus Tony's K Rool.
Yeah, so I just walked out of the big room and I just heard Tony say, if I play K Rool, can you play DK? And I guess Grayson said yes. So we'll be seeing this. This probably is kind of an awkward matchup for DK. Like DK, they can just both like abuse each other really. Oh,
what?
Okay, so something about that is you actually control which direction that the attack from the counter goes. So Tony, whether or not he did that on purpose, he did it. So. Oh yeah, there's only one M in Tumut Tony.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah.
Well, Grayson, I missed the first stock because I was turning to tell Omega.
About Tony died to a backer off stage, I think. Yeah, he just got like dash attack, bear, and then he got dash attack. Like he tried to do the fair, but then the counter came out, but he got edge guarded.
And Grayson's building this lead here. Got 90% on Tony. Oh.
Yeah, it just calls out that landing with the up smash. It's the hitbox on that is deceptive because like when his arms are on the way up, they like actually have like a part of the hitbox. It's really
that was some big shield damage.
Oh yeah, that down smash is like obscenely strong. Like when you get hit by, or like the armor isn't very good on it because it's like only on the belly obviously, but when you get hit by it, it's really upsetting. I was playing, oh my gosh, going so deep, but actually getting clipped by the hitbox of the crown and making it back because of it.
Yeah, I love seeing matchups like this where you got Grayson, who's a projectile main, using K Rool's projectiles against him.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
one of my favorite things.
So like I feel like there's a thing with item matchups where you're like, oh yeah, it's fair. Oh, that bear, yeah, catching the jump. One of the best backers in the game, honestly. But in these item matchups, you'll be like, oh, it's fair. They can both use the item because they can catch it. But in reality, it's like, well, the guy who owns the item is probably way better at using it because he's just so used to it.
Yeah, but then suddenly you get a Rob main up against K Rool.
Yeah, yeah. And then they're going to be very comfortable holding on to that crown.
That's my favorite thing about Link's bomb is that the bomb's always more powerful for me because you can't blow it up.
Yeah, exactly. It's not as symmetrical as some of the other items in the game.
I think that's a bad thing for K Rool actually. His crown. It feels.
Yeah. He can only side B it.
Yeah, he can't.
He has some weird tech where like if it's on the ground and you dash into it in a certain way, you can actually like pick it up and like get some momentum, which is cool. But
yeah, but he's such a big target that it's also so hard for him to get around his own projectile once the opponent has it.
Yeah, and it's like weirdly like just way too strong. Like it sends you so far for some reason. It's like probably one of the strongest items you can get.
All right, and we got Tony's Piranha plant coming out here.
Tony's plant's fresh. I'm gonna say Tony's plant's fresh. But
I do understand the switch.
Yeah, Tony. I mean, he's making it back.
Ooh. Just barely.
His plant's fresh. Yeah, his plant's fresh. Okay, whatever. No matter what character he was playing, that air dodge was bad. Like it doesn't really matter. That was not a plant specific thing. And Tony's someone. I have like tried to edge guard him and armoring straight through. Wow, that must have hurt his fist. He like reached his hand into a bear trap and got the cheese and then lived.
He just pried the bear trap open from inside.
Yeah. Up throw fair, not something you see like a ton, but that's still damage. Oh wow, just going straight in with the up B. But yeah, Grayson's starting to build up a big lead and it gets bigger as Tony eats that down air. Plants up B, just really bad recovery. Like doesn't really have the hitbox where you'd want it to be.
Yeah, Tony is just not finding these openings in neutral anymore. Grayson's adapted to his game plan a little bit.
Yeah, like I think he did most of his percent like with his first stock, and since then it's just been downhill. But oh, he knows exactly what to do against that aerial spinning Kong.
That's tough to tech. Just such an awkward timing.
Yeah, and also the ball has so much hit lag that it becomes like really hard, like awkward to tech at times. Oh, armor straight through the fair. Good stuff from Tony. Kind of knowing his character pretty well. I wonder what frame he gets armor, or like what frame he can let go of that. I didn't really realize that it was a good defensive option. Oh, doesn't quite get the ledge the way you wanted to, but it works out. And this is where it starts to look good for Tony with these juggles. And how's he going to make it back?
Yeah, DK's a character with a bad disadvantage.
Oh, Tony is so good at manipulating his special moves right now. How is Grayson going to make it back?
There's no way.
Oh, he's spinning Kongs like straight up and dodges the ball and finally makes it back, but not before taking like, what, 100 damage?
Now Tony's got to make it back. Oh, catches the spot
dodge.
dodge.
The spot dodge. And yeah, that's a very clean 2-0 for Grayson. That was what, like a 2-minute game?
Oh, yeah. Grayson was just running all over him.
Yeah, Grayson was definitely running the show there, but I think they had some fun. Like Tony was able to show off some of his edge guards, so it's unfortunate when you have to do those kinds of team kills.
Gotta happen at some point.
But it happens, you know, especially when there's all these HMO players, you know, running amok on the
we have a bunch
brackets.
Like most of the bracket today is HMO and Fug.
Yeah, quarters is like me against Zillion, and then like Grayson and King K are like running around somewhere, and I think
I'm fighting
you
King
and
K.
you and Cheeks fighting each of them.
Yeah. Well, I'll be swapping off comments.